Today on the DNVR Broncos Podcast, BO Nix checked off a box that I have been waiting for all training camp. We'll tell you about that and much, much more right now. Coming to you from the Xfinity studio here in downtown Denver at the DNVR Bar. It's the DNVR Broncos Podcast. RK and Hank here in studio. Yaya on the ones and twos. We got Zac joining us all the way down from Broncos training camp. And he also has RG manning the camera for him. Make sure we get everyone a little shout out today. What's going on, guys? How are you, Hank?
Doing good. Last day of training camp.
Last day of training camp. And maybe that means no, it's not the last day. Oh, maybe the second to last day I have to go before I get to see Zac Stevens in the flesh. I haven't seen Zac Stevens in the flesh in probably a month.
Probably.
It's crazy. So
flesh is still there.
Let's bring him in right now. Make sure the flesh is still there. There he is, our guy. What's going on?
Flesh is still there. Maybe a little white. RG's going to help me out there, though. Make me a little tanner. Fellas, what is going on? I cannot believe the training camp is over, but that is fantastic. It means we're just that much closer to week one, Monday Night Football. Broncos going into Kansas City.
It's awesome. I cannot wait. And Zac, yesterday on the show, I was asked by Hank, what's something that I want to see in the preseason game? What's the last thing I need? Is there anything I need to see? I said, there's really one last thing that I need to see. And it's BO Nix completing a pass, preferably a big pass, to Jaylen Waddle. And he must have been listening to the show because he said, you don't even have to wait until the preseason game. We'll just take care of that today. Tell us about what went down.
Yeah, man, he took care of you. And Ryan, he didn't even wait a single play to do what you asked of him. It was the very first pass of BO Nix in team period where he went deep to Jaylen Waddle. And the Broncos, they knew this play was going to take a while to develop, so they drew up a special protection, which Sean actually referred to Mike Shanahan in the Super Bowl when John Elway threw a deep touchdown pass. That was the protection that they used in order to give BO Nix enough time to have Jaylen Waddle fly down the right sideline, and then Bo launched a bomb to Jaylen, and Jaylen had a step or two on Defensive Player of the Year, Pat Surtain. Jaylen caught it in stride and just continued that stride into the end zone for a touchdown. That's quite a way to start off practice when that's your very first pass. But guys, that wasn't it. That's going to be the pass that is talked about the most because it was the biggest, it was the flashiest. That wasn't the most impressive catch that Jaylen Waddle made on Pat Surtain today. The next team period, they were doing some situations, and Jaylen Waddle took a slant from the left to the middle of the field. BO Nix threw this rocket in there, but it was behind Jaylen. So Jaylen had to adjust, and Pat Surtain is draped all over him, right on him, and somehow Jaylen makes this catch that was thrown behind him, running full speed, the opposite direction, and Pat Surtain right on him, and somehow Jaylen still comes down with this catch. So what I think Jaylen showed us today is, Ryan, you're not going to have to worry on Friday night or next Friday. The next time we see Jaylen Waddle out there with BO Nix, he's going to be making plenty of catches for you to see.
Love it.
Yeah. Now that training camp is officially over and we're not allowed to talk about the practices, is it safe to say Jaylen Waddle won the matchup with Pat during camp?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Okay.
Pat had, I mean, today was quite a way to finish it, and this was by far Pat Surtain's worst practice, and he gave up 2 catches. So I felt bad for him because Pat actually had to talk to the media after practice. That was chosen before practice started that he was going to talk, and he has by far his worst practice. And again, it wasn't even a terrible practice. And he has to talk to the media, and there's probably 10 questions, and 7 of them were about being beat by Jaylen Waddle. And by the end, you could tell that Pat was just like, Are you kidding me? I give up one freaking pass, and this is all that's talked about. But that's the level Pat Surtain is on. When you give up a notable play, that is going to be asked to you. And after practice, Pat, talking about the big play, said he got me. He made a good play, and then he was asked, well, just how fast is Jaylen Waddle? He said he's fast. He's pretty fast. Like, guys, come on. I was beat once. Calm down.
Did you ask him a question about getting beat by Jaylen Waddle?
Of course I did not do that.
Yeah.
I asked him just how good Riley Moss has been. And, man, he has just been so impressed by Riley Moss, saying he has taken that next step. Really, he said he's been lights out this year. So, no, I'm not going to do that to my guy.
And end of training camp, he is your guy, by the way. We assigned him to you in your guys' draft.
Thank you.
Yes.
We should give him that list.
We should.
We should really tell him who his guys are.
The media by the end of training camp is all just kind of one person.
It kind of is.
Everyone's been talking to each other every day for so long.
Yeah.
The hive mind gets strong. Anyways, except for you two, of course.
Right.
You guys are free thinkers.
Unique.
What else was I going to ask? I guess what else happened at practice? A lot was made about that play.
Yeah, a lot was made of that play, but I thought there was another offensive player that had a really good day, and it's a guy that we haven't talked much about since maybe the first day of training camp, and that is number 1. Evan Ingram had a really good day. So it was actually back-to-back plays right after the 60-yard touchdown bomb to Jaylen Waddle, where BO Nix looked Evan Ingram's direction twice and came up with 2 big completions. The first was a boot play from Bo going to the right side. Ingram was pretty open, made the catch, would have got the first down. But the second one, guys, was the most miraculous completion of the day. It's like 20, 25 yards downfield. There's just a sea of people. There's receivers, tight ends, defenders. I thought BO Nix was crazy for throwing this ball in Evan Ingram's direction. In fact, I didn't even really realize who it was to because there were so many guys around. Brandon Jones makes a diving play. I think he's going to pick this off or at least bat the pass down. Somehow the ball gets through that right into Evan Ingram's hands for a 25-yard completion. So instead, it turns from like a, what are you doing, Bo, to, oh my gosh, what an incredible throw. And probably, honestly, the throw of the day, again, won't get the attention because it wasn't a 60-yard touchdown, but Jaylen did have a step on Waddle or on Pat Surtain, so it wasn't the most difficult throw for that one. This one, the degree of difficulty was incredible, and it was great to see Evan Ingram get involved. And guys, Davis Webb is going to have a massive impact for Evan Ingram, not only on the field in terms of stats, but also mentally. We talked to Evan Ingram after practice, and holy cow, is this guy just on a different level of confidence playing in this offense. I asked him, how much is Davis, being the relationship you have with him, going to help you in this offense? And he said, oh, it's not even going to help me. It's going to help every skilled position player. I think it's pretty clear that Evan Ingram might be the happiest guy in the building, that Sean Payton is no longer calling plays, and that Davis Webb is. And then he went on to say that Davis Webb is going to help this offense be way more aggressive and play deep shots down the field way more often. So it's kind of something we've heard a lot, but man, was Evan Ingram just spot on and not afraid to say it.
You weren't on the show yesterday when we got a chance to talk about the fight. I'm curious what you think about everything that went down.
Yeah, I definitely called it a fight. I'm not going to back down from that. But Sean Payton said, let's call it a tussle. So it was the most intense tussle I have ever seen in the Sean Payton era. And it was intense. I mean, there were bodies stacked on top of each other before Nick Bonito got his body pulled off the pile by BO Nix, grabbing one of his legs. It was intense. That was definitely the most spirited practice of camp so far, maybe of the Sean Payton era. It was great. The offense was heated. The defense was heated. Seeing Bo right in it, guys, I thought about just how crazy that was for the star pass rusher and star quarterback to be going after it like that. And I just thought the equivalent of this is, obviously to a lesser degree right now, this is Von Miller on top of a pile of other Broncos players. Peyton Manning coming over and ripping Von off by the leg. Like, that's the equivalent of what we saw yesterday. That is just wild. And so it was spirited again today, but nowhere to that level. But Sean Payton wants you guys to call it a tussle, not a fight. So, okay, it was a pretty intense tussle. And what I will say is Sean Payton did take something from this, which I think is important. Actually, 2 things. The first thing was he said this is the first year that officials are able to go to the replay booth in New York in order to see ejections. So if they don't see something right away, they're going to go to New York and then review that and eject someone. So this is, if you're not caught the first time, you can still be caught a second time. So it's kind of an extra warning to players about do not fight. And then Sean Payton ended with kind of a fun thing. He said, he told the team last night, let me know when we're going to have a fighting game, and we won't care about winning that game. I'll square up with the other head coach, and we'll all just get ejected. So just kind of a point of emphasis of like, let's not fight. That's not what we're here for.
A fighting game, he said, not a tussling game.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Although pretty sure he said fight there.
But did you feel like the 12-round knockdown drag-out heavyweight fight went too far?
Yeah, I don't really want to see, like, there were no punches, yes. But when you have someone leave the field with who's bleeding and does not come back because his head is bleeding, that's pretty serious, especially when it's literally your last guy that can snap the ball to BO Nix. In fact, Calvin Throckmorton, who I'm referring to, he came back on the field today, and he was wearing a giant bandage that you could even see through his helmet. So that probably went a little too far. And then what I don't like BO involved in this. I do like him showing emotion, which kind of started it all a couple of plays before where BO got knocked down. He got up and he just threw the ball in the defender's way. I like seeing that, but I don't want to see BO involved in anything. And then I also don't want to see him yanking your star pass rusher's leg off. That could have turned out bad both ways, because of course I understand Nick Bonito was very upset after being yanked off a pile with one leg and he has to hop with the other one. And this is a guy that's coming off a lower leg injury. He turned around and was fiery with BO and wanted to go after him, but was held back. So if those were two other players, then I don't think it would have been too far. But with it being those two guys that's kind of at the center of it, I don't like it.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair.
That's probably right. Did we learn anything else from Pat today? Or was it all just about Jaylen?
Yeah, it was pretty much all about Jaylen and how he got beat on one play throughout all of training camp, and how he needs to reevaluate everything with his life right now. But one other thing, Pat didn't have a pick six today, but Q Robinson, a fellow Alabama player, had a pick six, and you guys won't like this because it involves a quarterback going down, but Jarrett Stidham was in the pocket, and one of his offensive linemen was shoved into him. He was just about to throw the ball, and when he was hit, he was throwing the ball, and Q Robinson did a great job picking it off, taking it the other way for a pick six. Q Robinson had a fantastic training camp and really capped it off with his biggest play today.
We got to stop with the quarterbacks getting hit.
That's the offensive line needs to stop it.
Yeah.
That's who it's on.
True, but also pushing the offensive lineman into the quarterback, also against the rules.
Yes.
But Ryan,
don't get pushed.
DJ Jones will say, like, we're just doing our job. That's what we're paid to do. That's what we're doing.
I know. Did you guys see the Mike McDonald clip from Hard Knocks?
No, did he say no pushing?
He's just like, I don't care.
Wow.
It doesn't matter. Don't get near the quarterback. You're too close.
Okay, we're going to practice tomorrow. Keep everything the same. Only difference, no pushing defensive line.
You can push. You just can't push that far.
Okay.
Yesterday, Vance Joseph said, we can't get anywhere near BO. Mm-hmm. He didn't say we can't get anywhere near Jared or Sam. So maybe he needs to go in there and say, we can't get anywhere near BO, Jarrett, or Sam.
Yeah, I mean, I care exponentially less about that, but I just feel like it's bad habits to be getting that close to the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And someone came at me about this on Twitter and was like, this is football. If you can't get touched, don't be on the field. And I'm just like, no, this is practice. And the Broncos can't accomplish their goals without BO Nix.
That's not even like a modern football with soft take, because like they were never allowed to hit the quarterback.
Yes, exactly. Not in my lifetime.
Ryan, I will say that this is the third time that a quarterback has gone down, and two of them have been BO Nix going down. So yeah, I completely understand what you're saying right there. BO looks solid today. Defense ended up winning. I'm sure Henry will get to that in his notes. There was a fun part of practice I want to tell you about really quick, guys. Justin Jolie made an incredible catch down the right sideline on a pass from Sam Ehlinger. Sam would have been sacked, but because you can't touch the quarterback, the play continued. Justin Jolie made a great catch. And guys, what we're finding out right now about Justin Jolie is he is a talker. He is a celebrator. So that actually kind of started things yesterday at the beginning of practice, but he makes this catch. He starts going crazy in front of the defense. and then there's a flag thrown, and he assumes it's on the offense, so he keeps, or on the defense, so he keeps going crazy, and it's called offensive pass interference on Joe Lee, and just as much as Joe Lee was giving it to the defense gave it right back to him. Maybe a little rookie moment of don't celebrate too much until you know that you made the play.
That's tough.
The defensive bench went crazy. They were pretty high.
I bet they did. Oh, man. All right, Zach, anything else before we got to let you go?
Yes, one more thing. Guys, we knew last week that BO Nix was going to play this week. It's official he's playing this week. He's going to play about the same number of snaps as the starters played last week. And Sean Payton specifically pointed to 14 snaps for BO Nix. So not 13, not 15. Bo's going to be out there for 14 snaps, so I assume this will probably be the entire first quarter that we get to see Bo, and then both backup quarterbacks are going to play. My guess is it's going to be Sam Ehlinger up number 2, Jarrett Stidham up number 3, and then we'll see that order reverse next week.
All right, Zach, appreciate you, and do want to say that we are so sorry about your cat, man. Absolutely so hard, and we've all been there, so love you.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Love you right back.
All right, there he is, Zac Stevens on the Xfinity mobile call-in line. Imagine that.
Imagine that.
All right, let's take a quick break, and when we come back on the other side, we will get to Henry's notes. How many pages will there be?
A few.
Okay, let's do it.
Shout out to our friends over at Wings Credit Union. We used to be good friends with Ent Credit Union, and now we're good friends with Wings Credit Union because they're the same people. They just changed their name, had a little rebrand going on, and they're still the official banking partner of the Broncos. It's just a new name and a fresh look and all the exact same perks that we love. If you're a Broncos fan, which you probably are if you're listening to this, either that or you're hate listening for maybe you're... I think we do get some hate listeners. We get 1 or 2 a day.
Chiefs fans.
Yeah, hate the Chiefs fans. But if you're a Broncos fan, you can sign up for the Broncos checking account. There's all sorts of perks. You get a cool card that has Pat Surtain on it or BO Nix. You get to pick one out for yourself. Discounts on game days and at Power Field. They give away tickets. They've given away 3,400 tickets over the past 2 seasons to their members. So if you want to bank like a Bronco, visit wingsco.com/DNVR to open account. Insured by NCUA, membership required. Account requires associated Wings Broncos debit card.
And shout out to our friends over at Shady Rays. With football season right around the corner, I have to remind myself of one of my old least favorite debates. Do I bring my sunglasses to the football game?
Wow.
Because I'm going to get rowdy. I'm going to be, mosh pitting after we score a touchdown. The chances are they're going to fall off my head. They're going to get stepped on. They're going to be gone.
Forever.
And then I met Shady Rays.
Right.
And now I never have the debate of should I bring my shades to the game, because if my Shady Rays are broken or if they're stolen or if they're lost, they're going to replace them at no charge just to make sure that you have those lovely polarized lenses protecting your eyes from harmful UV rays. And also, so you're looking stylish. So get over to shadyrays.com and use the code DNVR50 for 50% off 2 pairs of polarized sunglasses. Again, that's shadyrays.com. Use code DNVR50 for 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses. All right, rolling along here on the DNVR Broncos podcast, live from the Xfinity studio. And it is time for the notebook. You heard a little bit from Zach, but let's do it chronologically. Here we go. What happened at practice today, Hank?
So injuries. Still don't have Wattenberg up there. Sean said after practice that there's no rush because he's so smart. You worry more about getting him back at full strength than getting him back quickly, and they still have plenty of time. But the way he said it made it sound like he's not coming back anytime soon.
Who was that again?
Wattenberg. Forsyth still not practicing with the team. Neither is Bandy, neither is Drew Sanders, neither is Nick Gargiulo. And then, of course, you had the broken leg for Lavelle Bailey, so didn't see him either. So there's the injury update.
Okay.
We did see both Throckmorton and Lecitus Smith back, who were the 2 centers who left yesterday.
Okay.
So there's the injury.
Honestly,
update.
Luke Wattenberg doesn't need to practice. And there is enough bad juju in that center group during training camp, although maybe it's over now because training camp's over, that I'm cool with him just walking through until week 1.
Gavin Ortega did fumble another snap today. Such a good blocker.
Maybe he should be a guard.
I probably should be. In fact, that's what he was at Weber State. All right. So they start with like a team running drill. Went pretty well for the offense. J.K. Dobbins, first run is a toss to the left. He might have picked up like 10 yards before the defense would have brought him down, but there is no tackling, obviously. So he takes off and the crowd goes crazy thinking he just broke a 60-yard touchdown run. Next play, I can't say what it is, but it was a pretty creative design to Jaylen Waddle. And there's a lot of those sorts of creative things that are happening in practice. RJ Harvey went up the middle for 5 yards. You had a toss for Tyler Bidet that he kind of cut back in. And then with the backups, you have another fun, well-designed play that didn't work out super well, but was fun for Troy Franklin. And then the next play is when Jarrett Stidham and Gavin Ortega fumbled the snap, and they actually sub Sam Ehlinger in for Jarrett Stidham at that point.
Wow, so they picked a side on that one.
I think they did. Okay. And again, there have been a lot of these fumbled snaps. I don't know what's going on.
Gavin Ortega doesn't have to be guard Ortega yet.
Not yet.
They blamed Stiddy.
They did blame Stiddy, it seems. And then not much going on. A couple decent runs from Jonah up the middle. And Cody Schrader got the edge. So there's the team run period.
Okay.
In the one-on-one, so they had the one-on-ones going same time as the 7-on-7s. Garrett Bowles looked really good. Q Robinson just had no chance against him.
Can I just say I am so sick of seeing videos of one-on-ones.
Oh,
like, we don't get videos of anything for the Broncos, but like today, the big one is like some wide receiver for the Patriots whose name is escaping me right now.
Keyshawn
Douglas.
Oh, Demario Douglas.
Douglas like burned Cooper DeJean on a double move in one-on-ones. Yep. And I'm just like, this is so dumb.
Yeah, it is dumb.
Anyways.
Mike McGlinchey had Jonathan Cooper trying to dip around him and just shoved him into the ground, which was a good win.
Nice.
Ben Powers held up pretty well against Zach Allen again, which has been a trend. It's not every time that he's able to do that, but I thought he's looked pretty stout so far. And same thing with Quinn going up against Malcolm Roach. I think those are probably the big notes there. Throw in good pass breakup for J-Mac. And then we can probably move on from that page.
Okay.
Oh, Q Robinson did beat Frank Crum. Good. We did get our Q Robinson flash in one-on-ones as always.
Good.
Now, team run. Team not just run, team everything. J.K. Dobbins goes up the middle first couple plays, something there, not much. Third play, it's a bobbled snap with Calvin Throckmorton that frustrates people. And then the first pass of the day is the bomb on the double move to Jaylen Waddle, past Pat Surtain, at least 50 in the air, caught a right around the goal line, walked in.
Sick.
It was really sick. The crowd loved it.
So, I teased it as something that I wanted to see, but I really think it lifts a weight off my shoulders that pass has happened.
Yep.
Not to think that there was ever a world in which they couldn't do it. Mm-hmm. It's just very nice to see that they can and did.
Yep. Again, it's not, there's no need to doubt Bo, but if you're saying what would we like to see more from Bo? Throws over the middle, hitting the deep ball more often.
Yes.
And the end of last year, he started hitting those a lot more often. So when you see it happen, it just...
And there's just so much that goes into a quarterback and a wide receiver connecting on that. And, they've barely had enough time to get that chemistry down. Mm-hmm. But with everyone's expectations are so high immediately for what this duo is going to do. It's just nice to really see them totally time it up perfectly on something like that.
Yep.
And by the way, if the offensive line blocks long enough, Pat Surtain has no chance to guard Jaylen Waddle, in my opinion.
Yep.
He's
faster
faster than him.
Right.
Nobody does.
Right.
Nobody does. But he's faster than him. So if he can just run in a straight line at the same time,
and all the way to the other side of the field if you have to.
He's going to be able to run away from him.
Yep. Twos go out there. A couple catches for Evan Ingram. You had Reese Taylor with a great punch out of a ball kind of late. He's having another good camp. He'll be on the practice squad, I'm fairly certain. And then you had a couple catches from Kyrie's Rowan. Again, it's when they add new players mid-camp. You see the 33, and you're like, who is 33?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kyrie's Rowan had a couple from Sam Ehlinger there at the end. Okay. This is what we thought would be the scenario, but they were like walking through a bunch of different things. So they put on the scoreboard, offense down 2, 3rd and 7 at midfield, fourth quarter, 2 minutes, no timeouts. But then they didn't move the ball with the plays. So they're like running different plays at different scenarios as they got closer. So it wasn't the real one. They was supposed to be fairly competitive, but wasn't like the actual 2-minute drill, which came a couple minutes later. You had this is where you had the great catch to Jaylen Waddle with Pat Surtain kind of on his back hip. You had a good cover from Jade Barron in the end zone over the middle. I didn't like actually knock the ball away, but his presence there was why it was incomplete. Twos go out, and that's where you get Q Robinson with the pick 6 on the ball to the flat. He also made the play in coverage yesterday in that same flat. So there's back-to-back days where you're seeing good plays in coverage from Q, which is obviously fun to see. Sack from Sean Fresh, sack from Johnny Walker. And this was the play that you have Justin Jolie called for the push-off. And then the final play was Torian York getting into the backfield and blowing up a pass play.
Would you have called the OPI?
I think so. Okay, it was the far side of the field, but as soon as you see like the little separation there, the thought is, was that OPI?
Yeah.
And then you watch the ref and you're like, oh, that is OPI.
If I were a wide receiver and or tight ends coach, my coaching point would be to commit OPI on every play.
Okay, I wouldn't go quite that far. I do think that like a good receiving tight end knows how to get away with it.
Yeah.
And you're not going to learn how to do that until you try it and figure it out.
I think that the refs call 1, maybe 2 out of every 10 offenses.
Okay. Yeah, that could be. So again, it's just you have to learn the art to it, and he's trying to learn that.
Yeah.
Now you get to the actual 2-minute drill, which is actually a 1-minute drill, or 58-second drill. They have 58 seconds before halftime in a 0-0 game. So it means you're trying for the field goal. You don't need to try for the touchdown.
This is that Thursday night game.
Right.
No, wait. Thursday night's the Cardinals. We better not be tied with them 0-0.
Right. Better not. Each side has a timeout, and the offense has the ball in their own 25.
Okay.
Try to get in field goal range. If you do that, try to get the touchdown. First pass is a short pass to Jaylen Waddle. Second play is a sack on 2nd and 2 for Nick Bonito. Then with 33 seconds left, Bo hits Adam Troutman on an out to convert a 3rd and 5. And now there's a timeout. So they call the timeout actually with 33 seconds. There we go. So they're now at their own 41, 33 seconds, no timeout. First down, they get RJ Harvey on an out route, and the clock runs. 2nd and 3, they get Courtland Sutton over the middle deep at the 25-yard line. And everybody runs up to the line of scrimmage, but they just can't quite get the spike off in time. They ran out of time.
Okay.
Yep. And they were within they probably needed 2 more seconds to get it off. So they didn't get into field goal range until that play. So they didn't take points off the board by making the mistake.
Okay. Why was the clock running again?
That was RJ Harvey on the out route.
And he just wasn't able to get to the sideline.
Sorry. That was the play before, and then it was Court on a deep dig that got onto the 25, and just didn't have time. Yeah.
All right.
Two's got a chance with Sam Ehlinger. He hit Joseph Manjack in the middle of the field to start the offense moving, which is a good thing to do. JL Skinner almost just destroyed him, but pulled up at the last second. Hospital ball. A trend. Don't let him use the good receivers on Friday.
I was thinking that exact same thing.
Don't let him use Jaylen Waddle.
I don't think they will.
I don't think they will either. Then they get to the 49-yard line. I couldn't figure out which 49. Probably doesn't matter.
Thursday night is Seahawks, as Rod Blocker points out. So
yeah,
could be
Thursday
0-0.
night. That likely is.
I guess it's 0-0 at the half.
It probably is 0-0 at the half.
It's not.
2 good defenses.
2 good offenses.
two great defenses. Yeah, so ball's at midfield. He gets Nate Adkins on an out route. There's 30 seconds left. Ball's at the 45-yard line across midfield now. And he tries the fade route up the sideline, and Chris Abrams-Drain picks it off, ending practice.
Okay. And that also ends this segment. On the other side, I have some bows to tie on training camp.
Oh.
I want to know your thoughts on them.
Shout out to our friends over at Common Spirit. If you have any sort of healthcare need, Common Spirit can help you out, whether it's preventative care, advanced surgical solutions. They've got all sorts of different ways to help you depending on what you need. They personalize all their treatment just to you, to their patient, and they're experts at it. They've been doing it for a while. They have a caring staff. They're the best in Colorado. So if you need any sort of healthcare, get on over to Common Spirit. They have a blend of cutting-edge technology, a commitment to human kindness at their 20 hospitals and 240 clinics and care sites all around the state of Colorado. So again, whether it's routine checkup, you're managing a chronic condition, responding to an emergency, Common Spirit can deliver exceptional care close to home. Experience the difference compassion makes. Find a Common Spirit location near you and discover a new standard of health and healing by visiting mountain.commonspirit.org. Common Spirit Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos.
And shout out to our friends over at Xfinity and their incredible 5-year price guarantee. That's right, 5 years. You're locked in. You're not going to have to worry about what that aspect of your finances is going to do as time changes and everything else changes around it. So it's nice to have just something that's locked in. It's also nice to have something that's locked in that's such great quality, because this is Wi-Fi that works together so that everything in your house is on the same page. It finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. It's super intelligent Wi-Fi. It basically has a sixth sense. So you're going to have all of your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 years, all at the same price. A lot can change in 5 years. Championships won, records broken, dreams grow bigger. But your Wi-Fi, it should stay reliable and it should stay the same price. So lock in your price and unlock the possibilities with our friends over at Xfinity. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Select plans only, restrictions apply. All right, we're back. DNVR Broncos Podcast. Training camp over.
Training camp over.
Crazy, which means we have some things that we need to circle back on. And I guess this wasn't a circle back. This is more of a bow tying. We'll do a circle back here in a second. First, I want to tie a bow. So give me your top 5 winners of training camp.
Okay. Man, it would have been Marvin Mims if he would have kept playing. I'm trying to go chronologically. Mims would have been right up there at the beginning, but then just didn't play enough.
Okay.
Pat Bryant is probably the biggest winner of the practices among the receivers. So he's in consideration.
Okay.
Running backs, Jonah Coleman. Again, the preseason game really helps, but he does look good. I would call him a winner there.
Okay.
Quarterbacks, probably nothing significant. Offensive line, I would love to make a case for Gavin Ortega, but the fumbles. And I don't think it has to be, I wouldn't say Paltrow's been good. Oh, Cage Casey has been good. Let's get Cage Casey's name in the mix.
Okay.
Tight end, none, unfortunately. Maybe Adam Troutman, but not enough to make the list.
Feels like Evans had some moments.
He has. He had
Just
a couple
not enough.
early on, and then
Not enough to be a
today.
top 5.
Exactly. So there's candidates for the offense: Pat, Jonah, and Cage Casey. So young guys. Defense, Onyedem has really come on late. Christian Williams, I think if you're looking for like a dark horse to make the roster, Christian Williams, the second-year defensive tackle out of LSU, has been impossible to block. Undersized, but hasn't really mattered. Mostly in terms of height. I think the weight's fine. So I'd say those two are up there.
Second-year player out of LSU on the team.
Wow. Again, the matchups are different,
Yeah.
but probably more productive, yes. Linebacker, a combination of Torian York and Red Murdoch has been good, but it's like the combination together that really works well.
Yeah.
They're a package deal to me because they cover for each other so perfectly. Like Murdoch has the run game. Torian, it's a little jitterbug moving around out there. Corners, Brent Austin has to be in the mix. Reese Taylor is probably behind him. And those are the two who really stood out there. Although, you know what? Let's give Riley some. Honestly, Riley and J-Mac have both been good enough. I'm going to write their names down, but it's going to be tough to justify them on the list because expectations are already high.
Okay.
Then safeties is the last spot, and
I think
I don't know if there's anybody who has.
For what it's worth, I don't think expectations being high for Riley like prevent him from being a winner of training camp because he has a lot on the line.
He does. So I think we have our list. So I've got it down to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus the combination of those linebackers. Out of that group, I would say, give me Brent Austin.
Number 1 overall over Pat Bryant. And remember, like a winner of training...
Pat Bryant.
A winner of training camp, there has to be a prize. Is
know.
Brent Austin's prize he's making the team?
Probably not.
Okay.
But, I mean, he's in the building. And
I just don't know if...
J-Mac didn't make the team after his great camp either. And now look at him.
That's fair.
He got his chance later on.
That's fair.
So let's see. Brent Austin's on the list. Pat Bryant's on the list. I'm going to put Cage Casey on the list. And then Riley. And I think I'll go Christian Williams over on Yedem.
Okay.
I think those are the names. And I think Pat's number 1. Riley's going to be number 2.
Yep. Now we're talking.
Then give me Cage Casey, Brent Austin, Christian Williams.
Okay.
With the next runner-up being on Yedem.
Or
J-Mac.
That was a great list. And I like your process, too. He showed his work on the worksheet.
Yep.
Can we just show that to the people? Look at all that. They're not going to be able to see, are they? No.
That's a bright light. Now
too
you guys
bright.
know why we have headaches after.
Well, he took up a whole page of notes just doing that. Okay.
Ooh, Innie's a good one too, but
Now,
he's on the list.
before we tie this next bow, I think we do need a circle back.
Okay.
The circle back is to our show in which we drafted training camp darlings. Training camp darlings, in my opinion, are determined by the media and somewhat the fans.
Yep.
Who did everyone latch on to and say like, oh, no one's talking about this guy.
yeah.
Have you heard of this guy?
Yeah.
So let's look at the draft first, and then we can talk about who it ended up being. Hakeem Butler had some moments. He came in with people really liking him. Michael Bandy, did he taper off?
Yeah, just hurt.
Yeah. Did we get it?
It's
I don't know if we got it. Reese Taylor? I don't know if he's being talked about.
No, he
on the
made
radio.
it my 11, but no, not really. I don't know who everybody is talking about. It's just not a good year for that. You're too deep.
Too deep.
In another year,
training
people would be
camp
going
darling.
crazy about Brent Austin or going crazy about.
There's just no need for
Like there's
him.
there's
Yeah.
even always a receiver people love, but there isn't even like a receiver at this point where it's like, how do you keep him off the roster
Yeah.
for the first time in forever? Because you just have the roster is very much full. But yeah,
All right. Well,
one by one.
I don't think we got it.
But I don't know who we should have taken.
I think we have to name someone the training camp darling of 2026.
I think so too.
It doesn't have to be from this list.
Yeah. I don't know. Who are people talking about?
Pat Bryant.
It might be. And it might
It's
it
kind
feels
of
a
the
little
same
too,
as like biggest winner.
Yeah. It
but
feels a little too mainstream.
It does, but at the same time, like
It's the only option.
he's the one. I mean, people have been saying crazy things about Pat Bryant for the last week.
Yeah.
And hopefully it ends up being warranted. Me being out of town and being kind of on the outside looking in was like, whoa,
Yeah.
what is happening over there? Like, I don't know. I did love the quote from Sean Payton. How are you going to keep him off the field? We're not.
We're not. I think Jonah Coleman fits in that same way too.
He does.
Because I think there's a similar, like he's just going to be on the field now.
What's going on with Marvin?
Marvin is still not going through team drills, but should be back soon.
What was his injury? Or
Soft
what did
tissue
they
is all we know.
announce? Okay.
Yeah. That was, I think, the reason Sean went on the soft tissue. Not tirade, that's the wrong word, but rant.
And I think that Jonah Coleman and Pat Bryant being the two names that are kind of sticking out to us here is really important for the Broncos.
Yeah.
If the Broncos get a guy out of Jonah Coleman, in a year where they had no picks.
Yeah.
It's such a win, and it's why they keep being ranked at the bottom of these like young team lists.
Yep.
Because they haven't had enough ammunition to stock up on those guys. Yep. And that's where hitting on a Pat Bryant, like if Pat Bryant becomes a wide receiver 1 in the NFL, it alters the future of the Denver Broncos greatly.
Right. If you have a $40 million a year receiver ready to go be that guy, that changes the team dramatically.
Scale of 1 to 10, where are you on Pat Bryant? 10 meaning future superstar.
8. I mean, he catches everything. Like he just catches everything. And that's the one thing that people do not care enough about when we're talking about evaluating receivers. Like what makes Justin Jefferson special? Yeah, the routes are good. Like, yeah, he's pretty fast, but he's not exceptionally fast. He's not too big. He's like 6'1", 200 probably. What makes him special is he literally catches everything. You can drop a ball over his shoulder with a guy draped on his back, and he's going to catch it every single time. He'll turn around and jump a catch. And that's just what separates those guys. And when you have somebody who will make every tough catch, you just throw the ball his way and expect him to get it, that just opens the door to be really good. And you can overthink the 40 time or those sorts of things, but I don't know why he can't be a high volume receiver who winds up being your number 1.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It is awesome.
Anything else from training camp that you feel like we need to wrap up? Is there anyone who really disappointed you?
Disappointed me. Well, I mean, my number 1 overall pick in the training camp darlings draft was Caleb Lohner, who didn't even play a snap.
Yeah, but that's
different.
His fault.
Yeah. Similarly, when Drew Sanders got hurt again, that made me sad again.
Mm-hmm.
Rod Blocker said it in the comments. Q Robinson made a lot of noise too.
Yeah. No, Q Robinson had a great camp.
Maybe in the biggest winners conversation.
Oh yeah, I forgot Edges when we were talking about biggest winners, but he would be in there. Johnny Walker slowed down a bit, so he probably doesn't make the cut into this list. But Q would be right up there because he's another one who just looks like a starting NFL player, and that means you find a way to get him on the field. But Q belongs on that list. Who was disappointing? I would say the safety depth. I didn't see as many plays from those guys as I would have liked. But again, it's not a huge disappointment. I think in general, most players look pretty good. Corners, defense. Yeah, I think it was pretty good. Offensively, I would have expected more from the depth receivers.
Yeah, I feel like that was really quiet, actually.
Yeah.
What about the offensive line?
Offensive line.
Not leading you one way or the other. Just how did you feel about their performance in camp?
I think the defense with the pass rush was able to beat them, but that's just what you expect. I would say, like I said, Cage Casey looked good. Palcho had his moments. I think the depth does look good. I think like Matt Parrott kind of had a tough time, but no more than any other camp. That's just the nature of a backup tackle. And when you have so many other guys like Frank Crum looked really good. It's okay for a couple guys to kind of be that same player. Like Throckmorton, the ability to move inside is awesome. And that's the reason why he's still in the NFL, because he can play different positions and just serve as your 9th offensive lineman or even 10th offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say generally good.
All right. Well, in a second here, we're doing a little bit of a line change. Dre is going to hop in for me as we have a big guest on the Buff Show that I need to greet into the bar.
Yes.
So if you're interested in that, we're having Fernando Lovo, the athletic director at Colorado, in studio in 15 minutes.
Yep.
Before the line change, anything else that you needed to get off your chest about training?
I don't think so. We'll talk on Friday.
All right. We will talk on Friday. I will, of course, see you guys then. Cannot wait for the Broncos' second preseason game and to get a look at the starters. Henry and Dre are going to take you home. I'm out from here.
All right. And now we've got our Xfinity X Factor joining the show. Andre Simone, who earned the Xfinity X Factor tab because of his performance in our fantasy draft.
Oh, let's go.
In which he must have been really trying to let me win. And I appreciate that. And you're my X Factor.
Look at all those likes, man. Damn, RK just moves the people differently, huh?
He does. That's a lot of likes.
Do you guys give the people Drew Sanders updates? I see Jose in there.
He's still hurt.
Oh,
Yeah,
sad.
still hurt.
Sad. Jose
Very
or Drew Sanders? No, I know you're
well,
talking
it's probably Jose because of Drew Sanders.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. So, if you guys are watching today, hopefully you watched last week too when Dre and I did our draft. We built fantasy lineups for the preseason game.
Yeah.
And we're going to do that again.
How'd you do, Hanky?
Well, so I had 30 points. And
Wow, yikes.
You had 12. Oh, no. Yeah. Well, let's run through these lineups. So Sam Ellinger, This is your lineup. Sam Ellinger, 2.7. Jonah Coleman,
really let me down.
2.4.
Yeah.
RJ, 1.6. Troy Franklin, 3.3. Lil Jordan, 1.3. Justin Jolie, 1. Zachariah Branch, 0.
He didn't play there.
Yeah. And luckily, I had a couple contributors. Jarrett Stidham, 9.24.
Yeah, good job.
Jaleel, 9.9. Cody Schrader, 2.3. Katzis, 2.5. Ross, 3.9. Kroll, 1.4. 1.2 for Keith.
None of us had Court on there, huh?
No, Court would have been the good one.
Court killed it.
He was the top receiver.
And Stiddy made such a... I mean,
He did.
Stiddy outscored my entire
Yeah.
lineup, basically.
He did.
Coleman was a great pick. Like, I should get a bonus for the
I know,
highlights
I
that
know.
Jonah generated. But
So good they pulled him early.
Exactly. No, I mean, right.
That's tough.
Right. You'd think Hank is joking, but no, he's not. That's a serious commentary. Right
That's
there.
the beauty of preseason fantasy football. That's why we do it.
Yeah. That
Because you can't
damn
have them,
straight.
they can't be too good.
Damn straight. How was it? That all felt good?
Yeah.
Fun watch along, pregame,
Yep.
postgame.
Yep. Are you doing the
stuff.
watch along this week?
This week out of town.
Wow. Where are you
Going
going?
to a lake that is grand.
Wow. What's it called?
Not to be confused with the Great Lakes of the Midwest. This lake
Right.
is merely grand. So
Right.
yeah.
Well, should we get into this week's fantasy draft?
Let's do it.
All right. Yeah. You get.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Against the Packers, huh?
Yep. Against the Packers. Remember, Packers players are available.
I'm the only one to have drafted a Falcon last
I know.
week.
It's just
right?
I know the Broncos so much better that it takes a lot for me to want to jump over. But I do think there could be value.
Boy, there's a real quarterback conundrum in this one too.
There really is. Sounds like Jordan Love is getting one drive. Probably pretty similar for all the Packers starters.
Yeah.
For the Broncos, it should be about 15 snaps for Bo.
Okay.
Yep. So maybe he gets through the first quarter with that. Maybe not.
I know. But I think that mostly just cuts into the Stiddy share, right?
I don't know.
Like
Could.
Sam looks so gross that maybe you have to give Sam more snaps.
Also a chance
And
to.
Stiddy looked just fine.
And Sam could be playing with the twos this time too.
Yeah,
We don't even know.
Okay. Ugh. Give me Courtland Sutton. Screw it.
Okay.
Let's just go with Courtland
It's always
Sutton.
dangerous to be just drafting the previous week's side.
I know.
That'll get me in the bets.
I know. Oh, it's the worst strategy ever.
Right. I mean, the Brewers win 22-0 yesterday. I'm like, oh, seems like they're hot.
You never want to be, what we call that in gambling is chasing your tail. Never chase your tail.
Right.
Look forward. Be
Right.
forward thinking. But no, that said, I'm going with Courtland Sutton. Screw it.
Yep. I think that's good. I've got to take
3
Jarrett
for
Stidham.
60 inches away from a touchdown.
Yep.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, it's all good. I'm taking Stidham. He did it for me last week. I'm going back to the well.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
Back to the well. And then
And the beauty is I don't have to worry about drafting a quarterback
don't.
until the very
Right.
last
I'm
round
gifting
now,
that
so
to
that's
you.
great. Yeah.
which is what I did last time. I fell into Jarrett Stidham.
Well, and it was dealer's choice, if you remember.
Right.
I kind of let you pick.
You did.
Yeah, you whipped my ass on that one. Turns out actually seeing every single practice is a benefit.
Yeah, that might be a trend here.
Instead of just hearing the same person you're competing against notes
Right.
and going off of that.
Right. I'm going with a running back here, but I'm just trying to figure out which one. You know what? Give me Jaleel again. I think Jaleel is a preseason monster. I think he is going to get a significant workload regardless of anybody else's. I'm going to ride Jaleel again.
Same rushing yards as Jonah Coleman on 2 more carries in the Falcons game, but he has much more reason to get snaps.
Yeah.
Okay. The chat is someone mentioned Waddle. Could you give me a Waddle update?
I would think that he will play. He practiced today, caught the bomb from BO Nix past Pat Surtain. 50
Yeah, I
yards.
was
Beautiful.
listening. I was in meetings the whole time. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I would guess that given he's had 2 days in pads now, that they'll put him out there a little bit. But I do think that J.K. will probably play the least of any offensive starter, and I'd put Waddle second. But these are all guesses. We don't know anything for sure.
Yeah. And Waddle, of course, is a boomer bust. He could be out there for 2 snaps, and one of them's a 60-yard touchdown.
Right.
That's 12 points.
Plus, it's PPR.
Yeah. Right.
13.
But it's also very risky. We're going to stick with Jonah Coleman. And, I'm going to believe in Evan Ingram, and I think the tight end is such an advantage. Give me Evan Ingram.
I considered him. I do think this week's draft is tougher than last week's. Like there's the tiny bit of information we get makes it a lot harder to figure out what's real and what's not. Because before it's basically all vibes, and now I'm trying to turn it analytical, and it's just not. I don't know that helps.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with another running back. Actually, let me. Who are the Packers running backs? Because I'm kind of curious about that. So Josh Jacobs, Marshawn Lloyd, of course.
Of course. USC's finest.
Yes. Chris Brooks, Pierre Strong Jr., a guy who I thought would be good.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind getting Pierre Strong Jr., but I think
this defense is such a wagon.
That's the thing. And if it's offset the entire way where the Broncos are going to be playing a drive or two on the edges with the 2s against their 3s and the 1s against their 2s, I just don't think that's a good bet. So I'm going back to Broncos running back, Cody Schrader. I know, I got your guy again.
Wow.
Oh, and I get the second one also.
How did Cody do last week? 7 carries.
Yeah,
Man.
he got the carries. The results weren't.
And then 2 grabs.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, I like your running back room. Damn it.
That's the key to fantasy football.
Damn it. Well, it's a little old school, but I still draft that way. It's why I don't think I've done much in fantasy football for many years now.
Didn't last week. Oh shoot, I don't need to take a tight end yet because you already have yours. So let me get my pick of the receivers.
Oh yeah. Also, as much as it Ingram in the wide receiver category, but that's part of the advantage. Thank you.
I get what you're seeing there. Give me Pat Bryant. I think we get a Pat Bryant touchdown this week.
Nice. He looked good. He might be too good for fantasy preseason leagues.
You need him to play in the 2s.
Okay. Inspired by your Pat Bryant pick, I'm going Troy Franklin.
I think that might be the better pick.
I think I overvalued running backs last time and undervalued wide receivers. So I'm going to try and buck that trend. And much like quarterback, I can also wait on my running back. Though the flex position does come into play. Man, that Prentice Todd really screwed things up, huh?
Yeah.
I was thinking about you on that one.
Should have taken Prentice.
I mean, God, that'd be such a ball knowers pick, dude. Imagine who bet Prentice first touchdown in that one.
If that's even
literal G, right? If that was even available.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man. You know what? I hate on him all the time, but I think in this exercise, it's a good pick. Give me Tyler Bidet.
I
think that's a good pick.
Especially the PPR.
Yeah, I think
you get 3 catches out of him, he'd be your top performer.
Well, and he actually runs the ball in preseason.
He does.
They do. And I mean, him and Jaleel, I think they're in a legit battle, right?
Yeah, I think so. Man.
People are asking Jose what happened to Drew. That's so funny. You tune in to ask Jose in the chat what happened to Drew. I love that.
He's the expert.
He is the expert. Tell him, Jose.
I will.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Indeed.
Give me Cam Ross and give me Colby Katzis again. Yes, both of them. Wide receiver and flex.
Ross and Katzis.
Yep.
Man,
Those are my
dude.
guys.
Is RJ gonna go undrafted?
That'd be crazy. But what
RJ, you got figure some things out, brother. Like,
how much is he gonna play? You know, some, especially as a receiving back, it doesn't take much. I'd rather have 15 snaps from a receiving back than 25 from somebody who isn't.
I know, and if you think J.K. gets even the teensiest bit of snaps, just moving him down the list a little bit to where he's going up against a few more twos than he was against opposing ones.
Especially
the Falcons, that defense is disgusting.
It really is.
Not in a like they're really good, in a like it's gross to think that they're fielding an NFL defense
really
with that
is.
roster. It doesn't help that they literally traded 2 first-rounders for guys who aren't on the field for a variety of reasons. Shout out to those guys. RJ Harvey, fine. I'm gonna do it. I remain an RJ believer. If RJ Harvey has no fans, I am deceased. So that's my flex. And I'm going with Bo.
Okay, I like it.
Bo Nix it is. That's my lineup. That's my back-to-back picks.
That's a pretty good looking lineup.
I know. Like shoot. Honestly, it might be too good for preseason.
It might be. I mean, that's your risk.
That's the thing. Like the chat last time really thought I cooked you.
Right.
And then you outscored me 3x.
Right.
Like,
Are we
the
sure
tough-
Hank didn't cheat either
tough
and just
part.
tell you he lost?
There's the tough part.
I mean, bro, just stood him alone. Like he's right. Like, he cooked
Jaleel with
me.
the touchdown.
Yeah, he cooked
Even
me.
with the fumble. Man. Again, like I almost want to be tempted to take Tucker Kraft because I only need a tight end, but the Packers
Tucker
aren't going to play
Kraft
their
back and
starters
healthy?
enough. I thought he was back.
I'm sure you're right, but he came off he's coming back from a pretty serious injury.
He is. Pretty late in the season too.
Could you imagine if we were doing super flexes?
Yeah, Tucker Kraft.
That would really swing things.
It really crossed my mind when we were doing this.
Yeah.
Because there are enough quarterbacks for it.
Oh, for sure.
But it just, the quarterbacks outweigh everything too much that becomes too reliant. Maybe next week. Shoot, give me Lucas Kroll. It's a big body. I think my strategy here is just I want the guy who catches the touchdown. I'm not looking at him or Jolie or Troutman or any of them and saying like you're going to get me a volume of catches.
As you should.
I need to hit on a touchdown. I think of all those guys, Kroll is the touchdown guy.
Jose, remember Jolie with 1 L, my brother. That's Jolly, which is literally how I was pronouncing it for 2 months.
It's a fun way to pronounce it.
Oh, it was fun. Jolly. Yeah. It's great to say the word jolly. It really feels good. It makes you feel nice and warm and fuzzy inside.
Oh, we got some super chats.
Of course we have super chats.
All things football, $10. Boys, whose jersey am I snatching this year for me and who for my kids? I need a heavy dose of football.
Bless you.
Been running on E all summer. God bless Bo Nix. So if you have a very small kid, a big number is always fun, I think. Like a Zach Allen jersey on like a 3-year-old, I think would be fun for me.
Wow.
And I assume since they aren't picking for themselves.
That's like such an intellectual answer.
I think it is. Jersey for you. So assuming you don't have any.
I would go the other way. For the kid, get him a jersey that they can pass down to their kids in 20 years.
Right.
And that jersey not be like, oh, Dad, who's Cam Ross?
Right.
You know,
don't
like
get the kid the Cam
maybe
Ross
a
jersey.
Pat Surtain.
Pat Surtain would be a good one. I think that might be a good one.
Or Bo Nix.
Bo Nix also a good
But
one.
you know, one that's like, oh man, Grandpa was a ball knower. He had this.
That's true.
Pat Surtain jersey bought my dad, and now I am lucky enough to get that.
That's true. But if the kid isn't old enough to pick its own jersey yet,
Yeah.
is a kid of that same age in 30 years going to be like, wow, Dad's a ball knower?
I mean,
Dad would know. Dad would know he's a ball knower.
let's raise him right, okay?
Yeah.
Let's raise him right.
I would
Let's
say-
hope that ball knowledge still matters in 20 years.
General jersey
And then for
advice.
himself.
Right.
Boy,
So like
I don't know.
Pat
What
and
are
Bo
you into, you know?
are the standards. Pat and Bo are the standards. Like those are the offense.
Gosh.
But again,
For
those are the ones that
yourself,
everybody
you
has.
want to be a ball knower,
Right.
get a Quinn Miners.
And Quinn's a really good
That
one.
slaps, dude.
Bulls.
When I
Yeah.
see a Quinn, when I see an O-line jersey,
Yeah.
I'm just like, damn, that dude is
Yeah.
sick. And not to exclude women, but I don't think I've ever seen a woman with an O-line jersey on before.
Interesting.
Overtime. We're going to
overtime.
overtime.
You're
Do
watching
the
on
O,
TV,
you do the
get
T.
to the
I'm doing
internet.
the O, you do the T.
Yeah. Bulls is another one.
okay.
There should be more Bulls jerseys than there are.
He's not going to do that. Yeah, there should be more Bulls.
There should.
Get a McGlinchey jersey, but alter it so
Yeah.
it says the McGlinch that stole Christmas.
Hey, there's an idea.
Yeah,
Maybe a better
thank
Christmas
you.
gift than
Thank you.
Well, safeties.
just-
Ufunga's a fun one.
Bro, Hufanga
Yeah.
goes hard.
Yep.
I mean, J-Mac.
J-Mac is a
J-Mac
good
would
one.
slap.
Always tough to buy a jersey in contract year.
Singleton, we're a pro Singleton podcast.
Yeah.
Dude,
There were more Singleton
linebackers
jerseys,
in the
I think.
40s suck.
Yeah, 40s are tough.
Like, that's just, it's a really lame jersey.
It
If
can
he
be.
was wearing a jersey in the 50s, I'd be all for it.
I think the worst part is I see the 49 and think this guy is probably Montana State guy. And so then I just kind of hate the guy.
We're gonna go right past that.
Okay.
Hanky, as a ball knower,
The punter.
shit, I've lost my train of thought.
Shoot. No, you're really going
Um,
somewhere.
no, come on, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back.
The kids would also probably like Waddle. If the kid is old enough to have a favorite player,
Yeah,
by
Waddle's
mid-season,
sick.
Waddle's going to be the kid's favorite
the
player.
Celly alone
Right. The
sells
celebration,
itself.
the speed. Your kid, if the kid is old enough to understand football, will love Jaylen Waddle within 2 months.
For the dad, again, ball
Yeah.
knowledge. What about Q Robinson?
That you're really calling your shot.
Oh, yeah, let's call our shot.
Right.
And that's a sick jersey in the 50s, right?
It is. It's a good jersey.
Similarly, Jonah Ellis.
Right. But
Also, dude, I don't know. Maybe for dad, a Nick Benito.
No, the dad should get a eligible 63 jersey.
Benito.
wow.
Did you say that on the mic?
I did.
Honestly, also a Frank Crum. Like you're sick if you own a Frank Crum jersey.
I think we've talked through most of the jerseys.
Calcio as well.
Right. You would be
Yeah.
sick.
I mean, this super chat, I think, gives you as much insights in our sick minds as
Yeah.
anything.
I think probably does.
Yeah.
Mike Trout, $5. Can I buy Hank's notebook as DNVR merch? I don't know.
Dude.
I still have last year's too because I just don't know what to do with it.
Hey, let's do it as a
there's some
like
things-
praise giveaway.
Right. There are just some things like
Shoot, Mike Trout's in. I wasn't planning on being on this show. Now I'm filling in for RK. We owe Mike Trout a hype speech.
wow.
And by we, I
That's
mean
right.
I.
That's right.
We have been DMing about this. So
oh, good.
yeah, sorry, Jose. No 41 for Drew Sanders. Sorry to say we ran through the.
Yeah, sorry, Jose.
Also, it's true. This is a great call. It's like, what about an old school like Mecklenburg jersey?
Yeah, the throwbacks are good.
You know, your
Or
dad
like
loves.
those white Elway jerseys are so
Oh
sharp.
my god, those are insane.
Those are so good.
Yeah, John's not. I have one in my office hanging where John's on a magazine cover wearing a white one. You know, Gradshire is amazing.
Yeah.
Let's not overdo it. Okay. Yeah, and then still waiting on the height. I'm so sorry, Mike Trout. Now this
Yes.
is 3 super
This
chats
is.
he sent in.
This is.
We got to get this right. So schedule me on the show and I'll come on and do, or I could record it off air and then you play it at some time when you're on with Zach and
Right.
who's the other guy? Bar K?
Right. Barkay.
Brian, as I call him. Okay. Okay, cool. We'll do that,
All
Mike
right.
Trout. Much love to you. Thank you for the super chats.
Well, good luck in the fantasy draft.
Not to you.
Yeah, it's wow. Okay.
We go 2-0. I'm screwed,
Then
man.
it's over. Then we might
Yeah.
have to replace you with RK.
Yeah, the chat thinks I'm a ball knower. Well, some of them think I'm annoying, but the ones who
Right.
defend me, they think I'm a ball knower and I bring vibes.
Right. And
It'd
then
be
you get-
terrible for my brand if
It
I
would be.
lost back to back.
Especially if you only score 12 points again.
I'm drafting Adam Prentice next time.
Yeah.
Dude, Rick Upchurch's, that's an elite
That is a
jersey.
good one.
That's an elite.
That is a good one.
No doubt. No doubt.
All right, that's going to do it for today. We will be back for the pregame show on Friday, so be on the lookout for that. It'll be about 30 minutes
Hell
before the
yeah.
game starts. Have the watch along again. We'll have the post game again. Me, RK, Benny, and who knows? Maybe we'll have some guests there too. Not Dre.
yeah.
He's
No
going to
show
be at some
tomorrow,
good
huh?
lake or something.
Yeah. Also, guys, no draft pod. I got to get these guys off the camp schedule, but we'll bring another one. Watch the last 2 we've done. Those are evergreen content for the next several weeks before the college football season. So give me likes and views on that, please. But I apologize. We will be back on a regular schedule by next week, I promise.
And I should say, we have a tailgate for the game on Friday too.
First of the season.
Yeah, go get your ticket. It changed up a little bit. Basically, if you like the way it was, we have all the same things. But we also added like the ability, if you don't want to prepay with a more expensive ticket for the all-inclusive alcohol, you can just go to the cash bar, for example.
Sick.
Yeah, so there's stuff like that. You can go check it out. DNVR
You'll be in
events.
attendance?
Oh, yeah. We'll record the pregame show there. I'll
Benny
be there.
Fowler?
Benny will be there. RK will be there.
That's sick, dude.
And we'll celebrate some Friday night lights, as the kids say.
Yeah. Friday Night Lights.
Some of these
like
kids might lose to a Friday Night Lights team, but whatever.
Love you guys.
Yep. See you guys on Friday.
God bless BO Nix.
We all silly like the mayor.